Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Jono here and I hope you had an awesome New Year's Eve. It's now Friday the 4th of January 2019 and in today's episode of 5 Minute Friday we're going to be talking all about mindset and why 96% of the people who try to make money online fail. So let's get into it. Roll the intro. What is going on everybody? It is so good to see all of your happy smiling faces looking back at me through the camera there. Today we're going to be talking about mindset and specifically the mindset of an online entrepreneur or affiliate marketer. Now the reason why 96% of people actually fail at this is because when they run into a roadblock, and there's a ton of roadblocks out there, trust me, as soon as they run into a roadblock, they quit. They also have what I like to call a failing mindset, okay? Maybe they think that they'll never compete, all right? People see my YouTube channel, for example, here. They see all of these review videos. They think, okay, how can I ever compete with that? Okay, it's absolutely possible that you can compete with that. The same thing if I'm looking at doing travel vlogs or something, I look at somebody's profile like Los LeBlanc and I see all these videos that he's made and he's such an expert at doing all this stuff. How can I ever compete with this? Well, you should, instead of seeing these people as competition, you should see it as inspiration, as how you could do things and how you can get inspiration from these people to do something similar, or even try to make it better than what they're doing. Look at the things that you think they're not doing well enough and try to expand on that and try to put your own twist on that and try to improve on what those people are doing. See it as an inspiration, not competition. And people think, okay, I don't have the same kind of results as those people. Okay, they're making hundreds of dollars a day or thousands of dollars a day. I'm still making zero. How can I ever get those results and compete with those kind of results? Or I can't sell stuff. I don't know how to sell stuff. I get embarrassed when I try to sell stuff. Okay, well, like I said in my previous video, you're not actually going to be selling anything, so don't worry about that. Or maybe you think, okay, I don't want to be on camera, my face is ugly, I got spots, or I've got an accent, I'm not, my mother tongue isn't English, I've got a funny accent or whatever. Don't worry about that either. There's plenty of other online marketers that are very, very successful who are from countries other than the US, Australia, Canada, the UK. I mean, you look at people like Jonas Lindgren, he's from Sweden. Yes, he does have a little bit of an accent, but it doesn't stop him from making money. You know, if he saw that as being something that's going to hold him back and ultimately quit from doing this, he's never going to make any money, right? But he didn't see that as something that's going to hold him back. He went out there and he did it anyway, and he's able to make thousands of dollars online. There's a lot of African online marketers that are making really good money. There's a lot of Indian online marketers that are making amazing money. That is not an excuse, okay? That is not something that should be stopping you or holding you back. Another excuse that I see is, oh, I can't afford all of this fancy equipment. Jono's got all of these cameras and microphones and stuff like that. I do now because I can afford this stuff. I'll tell you, when I started out, I couldn't afford a webcam. So I used my iPhone 5. This is like a year and a half ago. I was using my iPhone 5 as a webcam and I was plugging it in through my system using a free app that you can get, okay? I can't remember the name of it, but you just do a search in Google of using your phone as a webcam, and you'll find an app that allows you to connect your phone via Wi-Fi to your system, and you can plug that in and use that as a webcam. When I first started out, I didn't have a decent microphone. I was using a clip-on microphone. I was using the microphone that I had in my laptop. Once I started building up my money, then I invested into better tools and better equipment. That's just how it is. Everybody starts somewhere. When I first started out, there was people like Mike from Maine, there was Jonas, there was other guys who were doing reviews. They all looked really super confident on camera. It took me a while to build up my own confidence. I'm not naturally confident on camera, but it's something that I've learned through experience, okay? And you'll pick that up as well. I used to get intimidated from big YouTube channels like Mike from Maine, Jonas, Art Flair, all these other guys, you know, but I managed to, over time, build up my own YouTube channel where I'm able to compete with these guys, and you will be able to do that as well. It's just a matter of time. Stay consistent. Okay, here comes the golden nugget of the day. One thing that I found that really helped me out with my whole mindset and getting over all of these obstacles and negativity and envisioning myself as successful and being able to be successful, one thing that really helped me out was self-hypnosis. Okay, now don't get me wrong, I'm not going to get all hippie on you and try and talk about all this manifestation and controlling your mind and all that kind of stuff. It's not like that, right? Manifestation is real, okay? And don't think I'm going to talk to you about some hippie stuff. What I did is I went over to Apple Music, okay? I have a subscription with Apple Music, and I typed in the secret to attracting wealth, or a guided hypnosis for wealth, manifestation for wealth, okay? And the best MP3 track that I could find was this one right here, okay? It's called The Secret to Attracting Wealth by somebody called Kelly Howell. So you can go and look that up on Apple Music. It's also available on YouTube as well if you want a free version. Obviously, the quality is not as good as it is on Apple Music, but it's still free. So just type in The Secret to Attracting Wealth, Kelly Howell, okay? And you're gonna find this video down here. It's called Attract Wealth, in brackets guided, close brackets, Kelly Howell. This is pretty much the exact track. It's around 30 minutes long. Now, the way I used to do it and the way I still do it now, I still listen to this, not on a daily basis, although I did when I first, kind of a year and a half ago. At around lunchtime, just after I'd had lunch, I'd go into my bedroom and I would put this track on. Now it's a 30-minute track. It's 29 minutes and 24 seconds. I'd had lunch. I'd just go and chill out. I'd get rid of all distractions. I'd close the curtains. I'd put my phone into airplane mode or silent mode or whatever. I'd switch off the TV. I'd close the door and make sure it's completely silent. I put my earphones in, and I have this like sleeping mask, and I put that on, and then I just go and chill out for half an hour, and I would listen to this track, okay? And what it does is it takes you on this little journey. It helps you to relax. It gets you into the zone, and it helps you to overcome these obstacles. Like the first one is scarcity. So it's gonna talk about obstacles like, okay, maybe you think you're too old, or you think you don't have a nice face, or your voice isn't good, or these different obstacles that are to do with scarcity, or maybe there's so many other guys that are doing this that are way much better than me. How can I ever compete? Okay, that comes under scarcity, right? So it presents these obstacles, and then it talks to you about how to break these obstacles down and get rid of them in your mind, okay? That's one of the first obstacles, and then there's a couple of other obstacles about growth and competition and stuff like that. So it breaks it down, it gets you to envision these, and then it gets you to break these so-called obstacles in your mind first. Now what you'll find is after a few weeks of doing this, you'll find that you no longer have these obstacles in your mind, and it allows you to get on with believing that you no longer have these obstacles in front of you, and believing that you can actually be successful. And that's when everything starts to happen, okay? Once you have that belief in yourself that you are capable of doing this, which every single person out there does have the capabilities to do what I'm doing, and my other affiliate friends, you can all do this, okay? There's nothing holding you back. The only thing that's holding you back is all up here. Now this MP3 can really help you to break free of those obstacles and help you to get onto the right track. I use this still today in my, not on a daily basis, but probably a couple of times a week. I'll go and lie down after lunch and I'll put this on, and it will reset my mind, or it will get me back into that focus mode and get me really get me into it. So I really suggest that those of you listening to this, if you go out and you go and find this track, again, it's called The Secret to Attracting Wealth by Kelly Howell. You go and find it, go and download it to your phone or on YouTube or whatever. Just try it out. There's no harm in trying, right? And it's free, okay? Unless you got a subscription to Apple Music, in which case it's, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks a month. But either way, it's so worth it. Okay, my other tips on the subject of time management and mindset is make sure that you shut down all distractions, okay? So you shut down YouTube, you shut down Facebook. I know that these places are very, very distracting. You know, you can open up Facebook and before you know it, you've spent 2 or 3 hours on there just browsing through other people's posts. The same with YouTube. You go and watch one video and then you've got all these other tasty little videos that you can watch, and before you know it, 3 hours have gone past. So shut down those online distractions. Put your phone on silent so nobody's going to distract you on your phone. And just set yourself working hours. Now, my working hours, I generally am more productive in the morning. So I'll wake up early at around 7, okay? And then I'll get online at around 8 after I've had breakfast. I'll get some coffee, I'll get myself fired up, and I'll work through all the way up until around 7 or 8 o'clock at night if I have to get something done, right? So 7 or 8 o'clock at night, I'll look at my watch and then I'll shut down my computer, I'll shut down everything, I'll go into my bedroom and I'll go and have some me time. And always make sure you have some me time with your partner.
Wee.
Okay, the other thing is having a split between learning new things and then implementing things that you've already learned. Now, I usually have like a 60-40 split when it comes to this, okay? So 60% of my time I'll be learning something new. I'll be going through YouTube, okay? I'll be buying different online courses and I'll be studying for 60% of my working time. I'll be studying new things that I can implement, ways I can expand my business. 40% of the time I'll be actually implementing this new stuff that I've learned, or I'll actually be implementing stuff that I already know, building new pages, building new funnels. But I usually split it into 60% of learning new stuff, 40% into implementing that new stuff or the stuff that I've already been implementing that I already know before. Now, one of the most important things that I can tell you inside of this video of 5 Minute Friday is it's imperative that you take what's called imperfect action. What does that mean? Well, just in the way that you see the Nike logo where it says just do it, it's exactly what it means. Just do it. Don't wait for perfection, okay? I see too many people, they wait until something's 100% perfect before they put it out there. Now, this process of getting it 100% perfect can take months, when actually, if they got it 80% satisfactory, they could have had it out there in a number of days, rather than polishing it off and waiting for months to get it out there. The most important thing is you get it out there, okay? Don't wait for it to be perfect. Don't procrastinate. Make sure that you get it out there as soon as you can, even if it's not 100% perfect, even if the color's a little bit off, even if the wording isn't quite 100% what you'd want it to be, if the design isn't quite what you'd like it to be. The most important thing is you get it out there as soon as you can. Money loves speed, okay? Money doesn't love perfection, money loves speed. So make sure you get whatever it is you're doing out there as soon as you can. Just do it. You can tweak stuff later on, okay? The most important thing is you get it out there, and then you can tweak things, little things like in the design or the colors or the wording or whatever of your pages. You can do that as you go along, okay? It doesn't have to be all perfect right from the get-go. Just get it out there and tweak as you go along. Another thing is make sure that you're not afraid to fail, okay? Failure is not the be-all and end-all. Failure is just something you've tried, it didn't work out, so you know not to try that again, okay? Don't see failure as the be-all and the end-all. I have failed so many times in my online journey. It's unimaginable the amount of times that I've failed. You know, I remember specifically one time I was building some video Instagram ad for a face mask that I had on my e-commerce site, and I spent $40, of which I didn't really have at the time, and I didn't make any of that money back. I remember I'd spent days putting this video ad together for Instagram, and as soon as I realized that I didn't make any money, I went into my bedroom and I cried, okay? I cried. My wife came in there and she said, look, You need to get up and brush yourself off and just get back at it, okay? Yes, you failed, but get back on your feet and go and do something else. Don't do that same thing. Don't make that same mistake again. But sitting here crying about it is not going to make you any money. It's not going to move you forward in your business. So don't be afraid of those failures. That from those failures, you can take out a lot from it, and you can learn a lot from it, and you can move on and implement other ways of doing it and avoiding those failures in the future. So I hope you did find this video helpful. I know it's probably gone on for a little longer than 5 minutes of what we expected it to be, or what it should be in these 5 Minute Fridays, but hey, that's life. I'll see you in the next episode of 5 Minute Friday. Take care, bye.